So today in studio we have the man with the voice. Ukisikia is out girl child. Ukisikia is out guy. Utaanguka. But he is a country music singer all the way from Mombasa. He'll tell us if he still lives there or if he's in Nairobi. I'm talking about none other than Elvis Nyaruri.
Hey,
Yay, welcome.
Sikia hiyo sauti.
Thank you.
Nikawa unaguruma. We're not gassing you.
You're just talking like a country.
Like a
Country
guy.
singer.
Country singer.
Yeah.
The huskiness and there's some calm.
Unafanya kichwa yangu inavimba.
Leo utalala na viatu. Utalala na viatu sasa auamini unaambiwa hivi.
Okay, for sure. It's a compliment.
Yes, it's definitely.
Nasikia poa.
It's definitely
You know,
a compliment.
it's an honor to be on this show. You know, I've been a big fan. Nimetamani sana kukalia hii kiti.
Oh, karibu
Sasa leo
sana.
yani nimefika.
Umefika.
Yeah.
Amen. Your
Yeah,
prayers
sure.
worked.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's get right into it. Who is Elvis and how did he get into country music? Because that's a very rare genre here.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure. So Elvis is a country music artist. Yeah, I was born in Mombasa, but I was raised in Nairobi. I partially schooled in Mombasa.
Okay.
So after my passion for music, I discovered my passion for music in high school. You know, so after clearing high school, I decided to do this professionally. So I started off as a rapper. Had a few,
For real?
like literally.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I dropped a few records and then
As a rapper?
As a rapper.
Okay.
But I didn't get to like find my way. So I held back kidogo. I get to discover my gold mine.
Okay.
You know, that's when I discovered my favorite singer, Elvis Presley. I discovered my my gift of voice.
Yes.
You know, so I was like, okay, some of the songs that he has, some of the records are songs that I used to perform way back in high school, during
Nice.
music festivals.
Okay.
And now the funny thing
Why?
was...
Because you can hit like the really low notes.
Yeah. So the funny thing was I used to perform his songs without knowing this individual.
Oh,
You know?
really?
Yeah.
You just
So-
knew the song?
Yeah, I just knew the song. So I'm discovering this guy. You know, I used to feel like, hey, Maze, sasa me, I sound like an old man. You know, and everybody else, the Justin Biebers are taking over and everything, you know. So I was like, how can you become a successful singer who is a lover of life with a bass voice? Because the impression I had about country music was this old Moses in a juke joint playing their music.
One-man guitar.
Yeah, man. So I check out Elvis Presley, and this guy named Starabu, he loves life. He's so much
good
into
at
fashion.
music, yeah.
He's got good music. So I was like, there's actually something here. I can
Yeah.
actually bring this to the Kenyan market.
Yeah.
I tested my waters. I used to go for karaoke. Whenever I'd sing an Elvis record, I got a good reaction.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, now leave alone all this excitement. We have to be Elvis Nyaruri now. We have to be ourselves. And in order to match up to the standards that this other individual who's an icon got to such heights, I need to actually create my own sound, create my own music. So it became a journey. You know, I met so many people who walked the journey with me. I used to go to Tao, Pale CBD, you know, those guys who sell novels. Yeah, so I'd go like with a 500 bob or 1,000 bob, I'd buy novels. I go back home, I read a book, and then after the book, I'm like, okay, I write a song about the book.
For real?
Yeah, so I kept on doing that. And then there's this buddy of mine called Ken, the designer. Big shout out to him. You know, he helped me out in polishing the lyrics.
The writing now.
The writing now. You know, it was like a good song should have like a title, a heading, a body, a conclusion. If you really want to go the country way and do it right. So you do it like this, like this, like this. It took a while. Like I became confused at some point, like, what is this guy trying to say? And I went back to him and he was like, I was actually waiting for you to come through.
Okay.
Yeah, so he took me through the journey. Then that became a plus. And then now I was like, okay, we need to create the musical aspect of it. I did my first album in the style of country. Made a few mistakes, and I was like, okay, I need to understand why I never got a reaction from this album. So I realized about authenticity. You know, you can't be in Kenya. There's a friend of mine called Stiga. He's a DJ. He's a country music DJ. So he gave me the sound elements. He told me like if it's a fiddler, we need to like all the instruments need to be in their place. But from what you have in your album is because of the musical composition elements that all these instruments are clashing with each other. So you need to get it right first. So we need a good sound engineer and a good producer who can actually be able to like give all these instruments some life. I met up with so at this time I was in negotiations with UMG, and the director told me, do you have any producers you have in mind that you'd like to work with? And I had several, and he told me, okay, can you reach out to them? So I reached out to several guys. Fortunately, I got in contact with Lucas from Ogopa. Okay. So we had a chat with Lucas, and he was interested in me, so he called me over. Then we spoke about the industry, spoke about country music and what I see in country music and what he sees. And he gave me his point of view, like this thing is gonna be, it's a wave that's coming and it's untapped, and I've gone to these concerts and there's something I've seen. So now I'm gonna record you for free. I've never done that before. But you're the first guy who walked into this studio and convinced me to do something I've never done. So I was confused at the time. And you know, Lucas is a very secretive person. You know, like even our first meeting, I never even got to see his face because he's a biker.
Are you serious?
So he just removed his helmet, and then he had that Kaninja thing. So we just had a conversation. Then he told me, I'm going to record you for free.
What?
Then he picked one song. So I sang some songs. Then he told me, I'm going to pick this and not this because of this. If you want to be a country star, a star like literally a star in Muranga and Mount Kenya, you do it this way. If you want to be a niche artist, you do it this way. I was like, hey man, me, I want the cake. I want the Elvis style, the Elvis lifestyle. So let's go with this. And a few weeks ago, before COVID hit, I'd met King Angi, Mr. Churchill. You know, big shout out to him. You know, so I performed, we had a chat because I used to go to Radio Africa, try to find my space over there. You know, finally I got to meet up with this gentleman, and he asked me, so when you do this country music, are you doing it the same way everybody is doing? Ama you're different? Ama you incorporate some Swahili? I just told him, let me just show you how I do it. Then I sang my song, Geshag is where I long to be.
Oh, wow.
Then he was like, wow, okay, this is interesting writing. He was like, I need you to come on Churchill Live next next Saturday, South Sea's Finest. I was like, okay, cool. So when we were doing the rehearsals for South Sea's Finest is when the first COVID case
so you never even got to perform.
Yeah, I never got to perform. So I performed the song to Lucas, and that's the song he picked. So me, I'm going home, I'm confused, like this guy wants to record me for free.
How?
How? As in, nothing good comes easy. So I'm confused. Then he hollers at me around 3 p.m. So did you talk to your piano guy? I'm like, hiya, this guy is serious. I'm like, yeah, I've spoken with him. He's gonna get back to me. Kesho yake, me, I've not even spoken to the guy. So he hollers at me. Hey, so did you? Hey, I had to call my guy. My guy tells me, I'm in Kisumu. So he referred me to another guy. Then I told him, okay, I've gotten the guy. He told me, come to the studio. We recorded the song there and then. Then there's something he showed me about sound and the authentic. He told me, you cannot steal culture from people. So even if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do country, you have to do country in a way that mtu akisikia hivi afikiri ni unamdanganya ama yani iko so it's gelled vizuri, yani mpaka hata haizi fikiria this is foreign ama this is for the foreign market, it's western, you know. So when we released Geshag is where I long to be, the song was all over the place, and now I was confident that I've found a sound. So I got into the contract with the label, and I did my album. My album is called Geshag.
So I did talking of Geshag, let's just take a look at what you're talking about. Wale watu wanashanga what is country music. Watoto wa juzi juzi. Here's what you're talking about.
Wow.
She was hurting slowly.
That's his
she
voice.
Was widowed the day before. Oh, 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 oh. She was hurting slowly. She had been widowed the day before.
Nice. Guys,
Yeah.
that's his real voice. That's how he sounds for real.
Yeah.
So Elvis, I'm just very curious.
Yeah.
Do you talk to people on the phone and then they see you and then they're surprised?
Yeah.
Because you'd talk to me and be like, I'm looking for Elvis. Who are
For
you?
Elvis. Now let me just shock you. So there's this time I went to a radio station, Akina Kingangi's radio station. Yeah, I'd gone to record a voiceover. So he meets me. That was the first time I met this guy.
Yeah.
Before I met him this other time, you know. So I go like, "Good morning, Mr. Churchill." Then he's like, "You have a talent. Sit there." So
What?
he calls a guy called Tony,
Yeah.
and he tells the receptionist, "There's
Yeah.
a guy. Tony is coming for that guy. He has a talent."
What?
So Tony comes and is like, "Okay, Kingangi told me to come for a guy with a talent." And we are like 4 guys up, so there's one buffy guy.
Yeah.
So Tony's like, it has to be this guy, but this guy just walked in so highly rather.
He's like, so
Yeah, so mimi nimetulia pale, then I'm like, "Hey Tony, mambo." Then he goes
He's like,
"It
it's
must
this
be you."
one.
Yeah.
Bro, like your voice is instant. Like if the minute he said hi, I was like, what?
Yeah.
So you do you officially do voiceovers because you cannot be wasting that voice?
Okay, I'd like to do voiceovers. I
Yeah.
can't say I do voiceovers,
Okay.
but
You're
I'd like
open
to.
to the
yeah,
open to
I'm
the
open
idea.
to the
If it comes.
opportunity if
Yeah.
it comes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You
So
definitely
what's one
should.
of the things that you feel as a challenge, you know, being a country singer,
Yeah.
that's a challenge when it comes to the Kenyan market?
Okay, so, right now with my album out, I feel like the challenge is getting the music there, because I've realized anyone who comes across the music ends up becoming a fan.
Yeah.
You know, and this is because from the mentorship I got at Ogopa, they told me if you do it this way, this way, this way, you don't know a hit,
Yeah.
but you have to put ingredients to have like a hit song that will penetrate to the Kenyans will relate to it, you know. So the biggest challenge is getting the music out there to the audience, you know. Yeah, so I'm grateful to people like you who give us such a platform, you know, to showcase our stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how long has it been officially in your country music journey?
My journey, country music journey, started in 2016. That's when I discovered the sound.
Yeah.
And then 2017 is when now I recorded my first album. It didn't work. 2018 I decided I was gonna go live, so I started performing with a live band to understand the audience. And then so my first record that was received like literally well in on media was in 2020 last year.
Last year. So last
the
year is when you can
Geshag
say
song.
things have taken off.
Yeah, things have
Okay.
taken off.
Okay.
It's from that Geshag song that I can even say I have fans, you know, like you
Yeah.
can walk somewhere, a guy just hollers at you, and you're like trying to remember them, and they're like, "No, I'm just a fan."
I'm just a fan,
And
yeah.
you're
My
like,
God, you must
"Oh,
be so
okay."
famous in Moranga, man, because that's our ushago.
Okay.
They're always,
ni
you must
mtu wa
be, do
nyumbani.
you go to Moranga and just like walk around?
Actually, there's a guy called Peter. Big shout out to you, Peter. You know, he's from Moranga. There's this time I was trending on Facebook with a guy, Ndongo Nyoro. He just stumbled into a video of mine doing a Kenny Rogers song. Then he posted it. Then
Right.
guys were like, "No, that's TikTok, that's lip syncing, that's whatever." Then
They couldn't believe it.
Yeah, by the time I was checking out, I switched on my cell phone.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
blowing
trending.
up.
It's blowing
Yeah.
up. So I reached out to him because guys were tagging him like, "I know him. He's
it's
actually real."
Yeah.
So I posted another Charlie Pride song, and I had to shout out Ndongo Nyoro, and now guys were like, "Okay,
Okay, it's
this
his
is
voice.
now
It's
this
your
guy
voice,
from Moranga."
Yeah.
He decided, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna start a WhatsApp group for you so that you communicate with your guys. So guys started joining in, and guys were like, "Can you do Charlie Pride, or can you do For Me Toby Keith for my girlfriend?"
Oh,
And
wow.
then now it became
Oh, so in other words, people can hire you
yeah.
Oh, nice.
to do something for their...
So
Okay,
they were
now
like,
you know venye umechikira tumeplug.
Yeah.
Tumeplug. If you know somebody who knows somebody who's looking for somebody to impress us, somebody.
yeah,
Elvis is the guy.
Elvis is your guy wa burudani.
Elvis is the guy for
Yeah.
you, but Elvis, unfortunately, our time together is over. That's all we have for you. That's all the time we have with you today. But Uza Sera Pale, tell them where they can find you on social media, how they can get you to sing for their loved ones. That is your camera, the small one.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, Elvis Nyaruri here. You know, I'm a country music artist, you know, from Kenya. And you can check me out online. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, basically on all digital platforms as Elvis Nyaruri. I have my videos. My album is out actually. It's on YouTube, Geshag album. Go check it out. Show some love. I have my 3 videos over there. There's In Mombasani, She Was Hurting Slowly, and there's I Just Can't Wait to Go Back Home. So enda pale uje pakulia alafu enjoy. I'll see you.
Awesome.
You know you'll
Thank
love
you
it.
so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much for
Like
having
I
me.
said, plug you. Surprise mtu.
Let me just shout out my buddy before we go. A big shout to you, Big Ted. Ako backstage kule. You know, I wish I could have you over. Nikupatie uonekane kidogo as a sura lakini haina neno. Next time.
Nice. Okay, next time definitely.
Yeah.
We'll definitely
So
have
check
you
out In Mombasani. Show
That's
some
the
love.
latest, huh?
Yeah, that's the latest.
yeah,
People
sawa
are
sawa.
loving it.
Awesome.
You know.
So you better check that out. But otherwise, we're going to take a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to deal na mashida zenu.